Today is the 13th of November 2019. It's Wednesday, about 3:30 in the afternoon, and I'm running some linearity tests on the tally board here, which is mounted up just like this, and the setup board is next to it. I'm rotating it with a wheel over here. I've got a 1250 count encoder here that's reading in ×4 counting mode, so they essentially get 5,000 increments per revolution. And I have the tally board programmed with to read over a range of 3 turns. I've got the display that the encoder is running into reading in turns, and it reads to turns to the 4th decimal place, so the nearest increment is 0.0002 of a turn. 1/5000th of a turn, essentially. I wanted to demonstrate an anomaly here that I've discovered when setting the maximum voltage out on the unit. So I've got the turns rotating. I've got the turns programmed in. I'm going to set up the turns. I'm running everything into this meter. This is a Rigel meter, which I just bought and received about a week ago. I have compared it to this 25-year-old or so Fluke 8840A, and also to this NIST traceable Agilent meter, which is what we use for calibrating our transducers. This here is an auxiliary unit that we use when we send the others out for calibration, but it's a relatively new meter. And as it turns out, the voltages on these 3 meters is within about 1, maybe 2 millivolts overall when you check it at different voltages. Oddly, I'm really surprised that the Fluke works so well. Since it's so old, the problem with it is the display doesn't show up very well. So what I'm going to do is go in and program the 0 position here, and we'll just go in and hold this down. Okay, we'll take it up to program 3, and now I'm ready to zero it in. And as a matter of fact, at 1.374 millivolts is about as low as I can go. I'm clicking on this button here, but it's just sort of bouncing around there way down in the microvolt range. So I'm going to program that in. We'll hit it here and go. And then I'll go up to set the maximum. The maximum range, this number comes up at 9.62, so I'm going to dial that up. As a matter of fact, I got to do this again. Okay, so now it's bounced up to 10.0023. I'm going to bring it down just a little bit. Whoops, we'll take it up a little over 10. It's 10.08. I'm going to hit it right there. 10 volts. There we go. So we're programmed. So it's programmed in, but notice that the voltage dropped back to 9.9627 here. And the thing is when I run the linearity test on this, and I go from my full range, I zero out to the 3 turns, that's the voltage I'm going to wind up with, not the 10 volts that I pressed the button on when I programmed it from the setup board. And that's the anomaly that I don't quite understand as to what's going on here. So